Hello out there, Mr. Drybones here, and I wanted to make a short video. This is going to be really short. Just 6 games that I think for the 3DS or Wii U that if you have those consoles, you might want to add to your collection before the 3DS eShop closes. So if you're into getting digital games, here's some of the games that I would recommend getting. So first up, I have Dragon Ball Fusions. This one is actually a JRPG set in the Dragon Ball universe, but it does not follow the story of Dragon Ball. Rather, it's its own unique story, with its own unique gimmick being that you can fuse characters. Up to 5 characters can fuse together into a new super character, as well as unique fusions exclusive to the game, like this here is a fusion of Goku and Broly. It's a really neat game. The battle system is very unique. It takes place in an arena and works kind of like sumo, where you have to knock your opponent out of the ring, and it does bonus damage. And it's pretty cinematic, very similar to, other games, like, well, I guess other Dragon Ball games, or very close to the Dragon Ball anime. It's also worth noting that this game has some exclusive characters like a Beerus and Whis fusion, and it has a Pokemon element to it where you actually recruit additional characters to your team that you can use and unlock later, because your team of fighters is always going to be 5 people. Initially, you start with your player character, Pan, Trunks, Goten, and Kid Goku, and as you progress through the game, you'll unlock other Z fighters to join you as well. It's a really neat JRPG. If you like that kind of game and you're looking for something a little bit different, I would definitely say give this a check out. That was weird. Give this a check out? What was I thinking? Next, another Dragon Ball game. One of the few fighting games on the system, besides Street Fighter 4, Dragon Ball Extreme Butoden. This one is actually kind of like Dragon Ball FighterZ prototype, Dragon Ball FighterZ Lite, whatever you want to call it. It does have online play. You can still play it online, although I don't know how many people are still playing it online. But it has a pretty robust cast of characters, about 20-25 fighters. It controls very easily, but it does have a lot of depth. And since this is a 3DS game, it actually does take advantage of the 3D, and all the sprites are actual sprites. They're hand-drawn sprites instead of being 3D models like Fighter Z. So it actually looks really cool, plays really nice. I'm not that great at it, but hey, if you're into fighting games and you're looking for something for 3DS besides Smash Brothers or Street Fighter, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Alright, next. We have WarioWare Gold for the 3DS, of course. Tons of content, 300 micro games, all these characters. The entire game is voiced, and the writing and dialogue is hilarious. There's tons of content in this game, besides all the mini games, both new ones and classic ones. Lots of different game modes, stuff that you've seen in WarioWare games before, like Endless Run or Extremely Hard, stuff like that. But there's tons of content, there's lots of mini games and other unlockables that you can get as you play the game. Late 3DS title. If you can get a physical copy, I would say go for it, because this one, as a late 3DS title, will probably be worth a pretty penny one day. But yeah, check out WarioWare Gold. One of the best games for the system. Tons of content, great for mobile. Next up is a GameCube port, Luigis Mansion. So your choice for this one is either the GameCube or the 3DS version. I almost kind of lean toward the 3DS version because it's actually 2-player. So you can actually play this online with a friend taking control of Guigi. And the translation going from the GameCube to the 3DS was actually pretty good. It doesn't look quite as good as the GameCube game, but it actually still looks pretty great. And the reason I recommend this one too is, again, this is a late release for the 3DS, so one day it'll probably be worth a lot of money, and it's a Mario game. But it's also almost perfect for portable. The game is not very long, 3 to 5 hours. And because of that, there are save points littered around the mansion pretty liberally, so it's a very good pick-up-and-play game. So ideal if you're going to be somewhere where you're not going to be there for too long, maybe getting an oil change or just waiting in line somewhere. You can play it for a little while, save, and then go about your business, but it's a great game, a lot of fun. 2-player mode if you can get a friend together, play some games, good time. Luigi's Mansion as a whole was a great game to start with, so they took a classic GameCube game and made it better. And my last 3DS game is Kirby Planet Robobot. Now, this was my favorite Kirby game until Kirby and the Forgotten Land came out. This game is great. Adding a mech to Kirby was a phenomenal idea. The game's end sequence is a lot of fun, and it's actually quite the spectacle. But they did a lot of things with this idea. Kirby having a robot, what can I say? It's a great game. A lot of people probably have this on their top lists for 3DS games, which I would definitely echo those sentiments. It's a fantastic game. Easy to pick up, easy to play, lots to do, lots of unlockables, additional modes like Meta Knight mode, stuff like that. It has the Kirby, I think it has the Kirby fighting in there, doesn't it? Yeah, Kirby Clash. So, a lot of fun stuff on here. Definitely one of the best games for the system, and one of the best Kirby games out there too. Alright, so those are my 5 3DS games that I'd recommend getting before the eShop closes. So I also have 2 Wii U titles, and I only picked 2 because most of the other games I would pick are on other people's lists, like Zelda, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. There's really no reason to reiterate those games again, and chances are if you have a Wii U, you already have them. Anyway, so first one. Batman Arkham City for the Wii U. Now, the reason I recommend this one is it's a really cheap game. If you want to get this game for your Wii U, maybe 15 bucks. It's a great game. Batman Arkham City as a whole was really good, but some of the changes they made, it can all be summed up on the back of the box. So they reimagined the gadgets for the Wii U gamepad, and not only that, but when you get like a call from Alfred or Oracle in the game, if you have the volume on in the gamepad, you'll actually hear them through the gamepad, which makes the game a bit more immersive. They added battle suits for Catwoman and Batman, and these let you do additional damage, and they kind of look cool. Kind of like the electrocutioner power-up you can get in Arkham Origins. You can play it just on the gamepad if you want to, and all the DLC is on the game already. So you get the full Arkham experience for the Wii U, and it's a pretty cheap price, and it plays really well on the Wii U. Having the map on the gamepad is also underrated feature, makes it easy to find where the Riddler trophies are. It's a good time. Definitely recommend it. And the last title, Tekken Tag Wii U Edition. It's Tekken. If you like Tekken fighting games, again, one of the few fighting games on the system other than Smash Brothers. Really fun game. The Wii U version has some exclusive features to it, so it has exclusive costumes, it has Mushroom Battle, and it has Tekken Ball, which is kind of like volleyball, but with some Tekken thrown in. Really good. I'm a big Tekken fan. It has a huge roster of characters, and it even has a unique 4-player mode, which if you can get 4 people together around your Wii U and you have enough controllers for it, you're going to have a good time. It gets really hectic. I would say put it up there with games like Smash Brothers or Bomberman. It's a lot of fun. And the exclusive modes make it unique to the Wii U. So there you have it. Those are my 6 games that I'd recommend you check out for the Wii U and 3DS before the eShop closes. Most of these should be pretty easy to get. I don't expect too many of them to be expensive now, but in a few years, they probably will be. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. If you like this list or you have other games you'd like to recommend, leave a comment. Or don't, but I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. So, have a good night, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.